Arrays we can store directly inside a table column itself. While we create the table, at that moment of time only we can store the arrays also as a column, table column. We can store the arrays also. For example, here if you can see, create table, table name, first column is id, second column is name, and third column skills. I used this third column skills as an array of text, right? So this skills column is the array column. You can store any number of characters in it. So here if you can see, it was showing that students table was already exists. So let me just change the name of the tables or students. So first here I was dropping the table students, and now again if I create the table will be created. So, and here if you can see, the table has been created. Now I am going to insert the data into the table. So here the table name is students, right? So insert into students of, what are the columns that were present? id we should not write, as it is auto incremented, we should not write that id column. So remaining two columns were name and skills. Here if you can see, I have missed e in name, so I will get an error here. So we'll correct it later. So name comma skills as columns. Values of name is only one name, right? So that's why I've used Meena. And skills can be of multiple, and all these were we have to keep it in single quotations. Okay, so SQL comma HTML comma Python. I have used these three in my skills array, right? So here if you can say, I have already changed the spelling of name, and I got inserted 0 1. That means one row has been inserted. If you can see here, select start from tables. I have retrieved one row, right? I have retrieved the row Meena. Here it is present. If I want only the name and skills without id column, I can also get that also, like select name comma skills from students. If you keep this, you will get only those name and skills in the table, not id, without id. So we can also access the array elements by using this skills of one means first skill. Actually in Python it will start from 0, right? Indexing, but in this SQL it will start from 1 only. The first element will be 1. Here if you can see, I have used skills of 0. That means no rows were selected, right? No, there is no output, as it starts from 1, not 0. So skills of 0 is nothing. It will starts from 1, not 0, right? So that's why. So and then next, let us update the table. So for that, I just want, it will be in different types. First, if you want to add the new element, just adding the new element, that means in skills I just want to add some other element also. So update student set, the column name is skills, is equals to, I just want to append one element into that, right? So array underscore append of, in what I want to append skills, right? Skills comma, I want to append Java. So where name is equals to Meena. In the name, in the row Meena, I just want to add one other skill Java. So that's why I have used this. So if you can see here, it got updated, and whenever I retrieve the row, I got the answer also. Like SQL, HTML, Python, Java. All the 4 elements were present for the row Meena. And then next, if I want to add at the beginning, if I want to add the element at the beginning only, then I have to use array prepend, and as well as I have to change both the arguments. I mean, first I have to mention what I want to add, and then second I have to mention to where I want to add. Actually, for all the remaining things, first we have to mention the column name and then its value, right? But whenever you want to append at the beginning, you have to give the name, you have to give the syntax as like this. First you have to give the value, and then next you have to give the column name. Okay, only for whenever you want to add at the beginning, whenever you use a prepend array prepend function, then you have to use like this. So it will get added into the skills table. So yeah, and then if you want to append, if you want to if you want to remove any element, then you can use array remove function. So array remove of, I want to delete from skills, what I want to delete, HTML I want to delete, so skills, and I want to delete HTML, so I will use that. Here actually I have suddenly I have clicked some other button, that's why everything has been changed. I have wrote again the same query. So update students set skills is equals to array remove. I want to remove the element, I want to remove HTML from skills, so array remove of skills comma HTML, where name is equals to that particular name Meena I have to use here. Okay, then the HTML element from Meena row will be deleted. So if you can see here in the skills, there is no HTML here, only Node.js, SQL, Python and Java were present, right? So like this you will get it. So for example, next, if you want to check whether a particular value present or not in all the skills, I want to check whether SQL is present or not. For that, select star from students where SQL is equals to any of the skills, whether this SQL is present in any of the skills. If it is present, it will give whole row. If it is not present, it will give 0 rows. Okay, if the skill is present, if that value is present, then it will give whole it will retrieve the whole data of that row. Okay, otherwise it will not retrieve anything. So if you want to check if multiple values exist or not, for example, I want to check whether SQL and Python both exist or not, so then I will use where skills @ greater than, that it means array contains, it is a symbol for array contains. Okay, it contains both SQL and Python, right? That's why we got the whole row. If I keep, instead of Python, if I keep HTML, there is no SQL HTML in one row, right? In the single row there is no both of them, that's why I did not got anything and I got 0 rows here. It doesn't retrieve anything. Okay, so I got 0 rows over here. And then next, let's just replace or insert an element. For that, the syntax is update students set skills of 2. That means if already in skills of 2 place, if there is element, it get replaced with CSS. If there is no element, then it means it will be stored, the CSS will be stored there. Okay, so where name is equals to Meena. At that place already we have SQL, so SQL is replaced with CSS here. If there is no element in the second place, then the CSS will get inserted there. That's how this insert or replacing an element works. Next, whenever we want to know the array length of the array, you can find it like using the array length of function. So select array length of, for what you want to say, you want to find for skills. So skills comma 1 from students. So students is a table name, right? So that's how we can find the length of the array. And then let us create another table named mark. So here create table mark to, to store array of numbers. We are creating this table. So ID, serial, primary key and scores int of. So the table has been created. Okay, so now we have to insert the marks here. Okay, scores here. For that, insert into table name of, what is a column that you want to store, scores, values of, you can give array of values here. That means any number of values you want to give, that many values you can give here. So I've given 89, 45 and 22. These are the 3 values that I have given. So the 3 values were inserted into the table. So if you can see here, I am retrieving the table. I've got the result. In scores, I got all the 3 numbers which I have inserted. It was in the first row. Okay, and then next, let's convert the arrays to rows. How can we convert the arrays to rows? We have the array table skills, right? So from that you have to select unnest. You have to use this word unnest to convert the arrays to rows. Unnest of skills means all the arrays will be converted into rows one by one. It will come it as 4 rows here. Okay, that's how you can use the unnest function for to converting the rows from the arrays. And then next, let us check the position of the value. For example, I want to know the position of Python. So array position of, from where I want to know, from skills comma Python. So the Python position is number 3. So that's what I got it in the output. And then next, if you want to check at least one value is present out of so many values, then we have another syntax for it. So that is we can use overlap symbol for that. So select star from students where skills and 2 times and you have to use this is overlap. This is means overlap here. So SQL comma Java. If at least SQL or Java is present, at least one is present, then it will get retrieved off.